Good evening and welcome to the Daily Voice presented by VNN, bringing you today's top 5 Canadian news stories on March 31st, 2025. Let's get started. As US tariffs threaten to reshape the economy, Prime Minister Mark Carney is pushing for a made-in-Canada solution: backward integration. It's a bold plan to produce everything from steel to finished cars right here at home, cutting down on costly, tariff-laden, cross-border supply chains. While the vision is ambitious, experts warn it won't be easy. Canada's industries are deeply tied to American ones, with car parts crossing the border up to 8 times before reaching buyers. Building a fully self-reliant supply chain will take time, money, and political will, but the payoff could be long-term economic independence. What does it really mean to be middle class in Canada today? For many younger Canadians, the answer is not much. Despite political promises aimed at this group, rising costs, housing unaffordability, and stagnant wages have pushed a growing number of Canadians, especially under 40, out of the middle-class dream. Experts say intergenerational inequality is to blame, with wealth increasingly concentrated in older homeowners. Critics argue both liberal and conservative plans fall short of tackling this divide. And unless the system is rebalanced, the middle class could become more myth than reality for future generations. As Canada braces for another wave of US tariffs, support is coming from across the Atlantic. Outgoing German Chancellor Olaf Scholz has thrown Europe's full backing behind Canada, calling Trump's economic attacks unacceptable and reaffirming that Canada is a sovereign nation, not anyone's 51st state. Speaking at the Hanover Messe trade fair, Scholz warned that Europe too is watching US actions closely. With threats looming over European wine and steel exports, Scholz vowed a unified EU response to any further aggression. With tensions escalating fast, Canada isn't standing alone, and that may change how this trade war unfolds. As political leaders debate how to fight back against US tariffs, some economists say the answer may be as simple as your next shopping trip. From avoiding American cars to skipping trips to US retailers, Canadians are already beginning to vote with their wallets. The idea? Let consumers quietly retaliate through everyday choices, reducing reliance on US goods without risking price hikes at home. Economists say this silent strike could be even more powerful than tariffs, especially if it spreads internationally. In a trade war that's escalating by the day, your spending may be Canada's stealthiest and smartest weapon. It was a historic night at the 2025 Juno Awards as Canadian music's biggest stage finally recognized the vibrant sounds of South Asia. For the first time ever, the Junos introduced the South Asian Music Recording of the Year category, celebrating trailblazing artists like Yanchan, Jonita Gandhi, Chani Nathan, and Karan Aujla. This moment isn't just about music. It reflects the cultural evolution of Canada, with South Asian sounds now mainstream, heard in stadiums, clubs, and family playlists across the nation. Host Michael Bublé set the tone, calling Canada the greatest country on earth and reminding viewers, Canada is not for sale. Amid a backdrop of growing political tension with the US, the Junos became more than just a music show. They became a celebration of identity, unity, and resilience. That's all for today's top stories. Thank you for joining us on the Daily Voice, presented by VNN. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll see you next time.